Welcome back, everyone, to the Nevin Shapiro Show. I'm Mike Tirado. I'm here with Nevin Shapiro. And today we have a couple topics that we're going to get into. Maybe some of you guys didn't see what happened over the weekend with Luther Campbell going off on Twitter. There's some stuff that Nevin would like to talk about. He has his own public service announcement that he wants to make today. And we have some Cam Ward updates for you as well with the Titans. So we're going to go in a couple different directions here. Stick around for the full video. But I do want to make a quick announcement before we do get into the action. We have officially hit 1,000 subscribers on our channel. Thank you guys so much for all the support. The channel has been really rapidly growing. Your comments, we look at all of the comments. We respond to your comments. So if you have any questions or anything you want answered, we will bring it up on the show if it is necessary, but just keep commenting. We love the interactions with you guys. We are going to be doing a giveaway, and we're going to talk about the giveaway at the end of the show. So stick around, and we'll show you guys the giveaway that we're going to do for the 1,000 subscribers. Before the video does start, if you're not subscribed already, click that subscribe button. We're sponsored by BTN Connect, which is backed by Athlete Narrative, the all-in-one recruiting platform getting kids seen, signed, and to the next level. And of course, as always, let's get into the action.
Let me say one thing, Mike.
Okay.
Our loyal fan base here. So obviously we're lining up, guys coming on.
Yeah.
And, we know who they all are. So there was a line of guys that are trying to get in line first. For all the people that think that I don't know anybody. We just did an interview. We can't really release it just yet. But how great was that interview?
Oh, man, I want to release it so bad.
These Miami fans are going to be fiending to see this shit, man.
This is going to light the fireworks on this one.
Yeah, so
once we can release it.
Yeah, man, just for everybody, Mike and I don't script this stuff.
Nope.
I'm really funny about that. I don't even let him tell me hey, Nev, do you want to talk about? Like, man, don't tell me nothing. Just show up. It may sound like it's scripted because I just fire. So that's why when Mike asked me a top 5, how do you come up with a top 5 list of all time? It just shows you how many studs, real true studs we had that came through this program. And I started thinking back to the running back situation. I know I'm going
No, it's fine.
Off on a tangent.
Save your public service for a little later.
I will. But me not using Otis Anderson in the running back thing, man, I go back to the days of Smokey Roan, 1978. You probably don't even know who that is.
I don't.
Chuck Foreman, 72, 73. Man, there's so many guys, and it's just hard to keep it normal for the casual Gen X Hurricane fan because there's so many guys. And an interesting thing, we were able to run into Larry Bluestein at this Austin Simmons thing yesterday. And, Larry Bluestein's a legend in the recruiting game. And, when he mentioned something to me about Ted Hendricks, it got me thinking, so many people don't even know who Ted Hendricks is. And he thinks he may be the greatest University of Miami player of all time. Now, think about that. He's in the Hall of Fame and this and that. You had asked probably 75% of the UM fan base. Older guys, I'm sure everybody knows. But, the younger, who's Ted Hendricks? Most people, did you even know who it was?
Not until I went to Canton.
Right.
I was in Canton 6 months ago, and I saw his headstone.
And, I know a lot, but, man, when you're rapid fire and you're on the spot, how can you remember every single man? There's too many guys.
Yeah.
You thought I forgot Cortez Kennedy. I'm like, man, how could I
No,
forget?
I know. But there is, I even forget if we even met. There's just so many.
There's so many dudes.
I know.
So I try to keep it into my era. I guess the only guy that I've let come out of beyond my era so far has been Duke Johnson.
We got some topics here, right? So let's jump into the action now.
All right.
Okay. And I want to cover this Luther Campbell thing first, just to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
There was 2 tweets that he came out with. He went on an X2 and went, but these are the tweets. Let's go to the first one. It's not the coaches asking for a pass. It's these soft-ass fans trying to be friends for access to game tickets, making excuses. This is the you. You win or you're gone. Stop crying, stop begging, stop making excuses. That was his. This is directed, obviously, towards Mario.
Yeah.
What's your initial comments and thoughts on that?
I saw that because someone sent it to me. I like Luke. Forget whatever our thing was when I got locked up and whatnot. Luke's a proud guy, and he's really the original godfather of this University of Miami cult, per se. I don't know the better term. And he sees certain things, and, he feels a certain way. I don't disagree with him on some of his vibes and some of his points that he makes at all. And I know exactly, like, the fan base he's addressing this at, and he's sort of accurate on that point. Now, there's some of the other stuff maybe he says that I'm not going to chime in on. I understand why he's a little bit pissed off with the Ray Joseph thing. I've always known what that anger is about, and he's not wrong. He's defending his kid and really believes in him. And I don't know Ray in that same obviously regard as Luke does. As far as I haven't really seen Ray play, so I don't have much of an opinion other than whatever I saw in high school.
Right.
And he looks like a typical South Florida dynamic slot guy, like crazy, right? But there's so many guys that fit that bill coming out of South Florida. I understand where he's coming from, but Luke's got his battles to fight. I fight my battles with the fan base, and Luke can hold his own. He don't have to take a backseat to anybody or answer to anyone.
Right.
He just don't.
So my thing was, like, when I would see these comments from the fans that, after he posted this, I read some of the comments. Yeah. It's almost like they feel that he doesn't have a pulse anymore within this program. Yeah, and that's crazy to me.
They're fucking smoking yaya, bro, okay? Like, they're fucked up.
Wild.
Anyone who feels that way. It's the same thing as, some of the comments like, oh, I'm sure Nevin Shapiro knows. Yeah, I fucking know. I probably know more than Mario Cristobal knows, to be honest with you, as far as what's really popping. So, if you don't know, you just talk shit, right? Because you wish you knew. But that doesn't mean someone else doesn't know. And I assure you, Luke fucking knows what's up.
Oh, I know he knows.
Okay.
He's a high school coach, too.
Even if he wasn't, he knows what's up.
But that's the other aspect to it for me is, you have a high school coach where, we talk about Mario potentially losing this inner city. It starts with the coaching staff. You don't lose the inner city with the kids first. You lose the inner city with the coaches. Yeah. And he's a high school coach at a school that produces a lot of talent out of Edison.
Yeah.
And Mario has to deal with him if he wants his kids. So he's on the end.
You have to deal with all these guys, man.
Right.
You need to deal with all these guys, and you got to be like a politician. You got to swallow your tongue on some shit. You just have to, man. You just have to. Like, Derek Gibson took over at, where did he go, to Central? But anyway, like, he was a Florida State guy. So who do you think the pendulum's going to swing towards, Miami or Florida State? That's how shit happens. But, we are in a different world with this NIL situation, and I think that's had a tremendous influence on kids' decisions to go elsewhere. And that's going to be part of what I have to say in my
service announcement.
Yeah.
Last one. Mm-hmm. This one I think we can agree on. Just one thing about this Hurricane staff, they know the assignment. No excuses, no sympathy, just work.
Yeah, so that's accurate. I mean, I listen, Mike. There's just nothing going on until the season starts. So you just create theories and stories and speculations and this and that, and that'll lead into my public service announcement.
So before you do get into your public service announcement, because that is coming up here, I did want to get into something I did see about Cam Ward and the Titans. I'm not a gambling man, but I saw it just came across Tennessee's line, and it shocked me. Line's 5.5 for their total wins for the year.
Yeah.
They won 3 games last year with Will Levis, which is, it's a
the
different.
The NFL is such a hard schedule, and it's just hard to navigate the NFL, man. It just is. It's so hard. Is that a low number? It would appear to be. But do you know what their strength of schedule is? Do you know how many road games they play in a row? There's so many mitigating factors. I don't go near that stuff.
Right.
I just don't. Not as it relates to the NFL anyway.
The way I looked at it was like, man, 6-11 and you cover, and that's a terrible year, but you still cover.
Yeah.
6 wins. I mean, I don't know. It just seemed low.
Teams very easily can lose 7, 8, 9 in a row.
No, they could. Yeah,
You know?
no, it just seemed low.
And then
to
how do
me.
you put
That's
together
all.
a 3 or 4 game winning streak?
Yeah, it's his first year. There's still question marks, right? Like you don't know how the defense is going to perform or the timing with Cam Ward and the offense. But man, if Will Levis can get him 3 wins, I just think Cam Ward can get him 6. That's just me.
Yeah.
I'm a big Cam Ward fan.
And if a guy wants to bet you that he could piss out of his ear, don't bet him.
Might be a T-shirt we might have to come up with.
Yeah.
All right, Nev. Fire away at your public service
So part of my
announcement.
public service announcement is, I've taken a lot of grief, I guess, on some of the commentary. Our commentary has been, I would say, and you see it far more than I do, 80, maybe even 85% positive to negative. And the negative, probably a lot of it has to do with, the past scandal and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And, people are within their right. We get it. But then there's some other people that call us negative SOBs and this and that and blah. And, I just always said to you, like, if you had cancer, wouldn't you want to know?
Mm-hmm.
Do I not say that to you? Like, would you as the fan base rather know the other fluff, or would you really rather know what's going on? We're not trying to bring stuff out to you to make you miserable. We just want you to know what's really going on. And I consider myself to be like the IRS for the University of Miami fan base. Like, I'm going to be on top of the numbers for you people. If it's good, we're going to cheer. But if it's not, you're going to know. And I know, and I'll never give credit to those other guys that do their Miami podcasts. You know how I feel about them. You know what I really, truly think about them, right? You do too.
Yep.
Right? These guys are fluffsters because, they're getting paid by the University of Miami and Mario Cristobal and his crew to talk only. There's no negativity. But yeah, there is. That doesn't mean we can't get past it and go win a national title, get better. And yeah, has Mario improved the program? No question. Will I ever say that he hasn't? There's much better talent now in the cupboard. No one's going to question that. But it's a numbers game. So here's the thing. A lot of former players that we've come across in recent weeks with a smile on their face, Nev, man, what's up with Mario? Like, yo, like, do they know? But on the other hand, whose message are we delivering?
Their message.
Right. So the fan base may not know that, but these guys don't want to lose certain privileges, and they'll talk to me because they know I don't care. So I'm going to say it. But here's my public service announcement. There's no more communications between you and I regarding Mario Cristobal. So if you bring him up, I like Mario, but if you bring him up, I'm just going to defer. And the reason why is because I think enough's been said, and the same goes for the fan base. Enough's been said, and I think it's just time, let his results prove out. Let's just let him coach. Let's go to the season, and let's see. And I'm not going to be commenting game by game. He's this, he's that, good or bad. Great, praise. I'll show praise, man. That was a great game plan. We were ready, if we're successful. And if we're not, I'm going to be like, disappointing. And at the end of the year, I'm going to give my analysis. And the fan base is going to have to share in the same analysis because they're going to watch the same thing I watched. But I'm not commenting anymore about Mario and this and that. Let me say something else. There's been a lot of talk this week about him losing some recruits and this and that. And even going back to the Calvin Russell situation. Which, by the way, I don't think that deal is done necessarily, Calvin Russell. Just my feeling. I don't know something. Just my feeling. You're going to lose guys and you're going to win guys. And you just cannot keep every 5-star. So I'm going to retract some of my negativity on that. Like, I'm big enough to say it. It's hard to, in today's landscape, to just keep every kid here. It just is. You're going to lose guys, man. You're going to lose guys. You got to pick up where you lose. You pick up one. And at the end of the day, what did you really lose? You don't really know how these guys are until it's over, right? James Williams was a 5-star, last round drafted. Leonard Taylor, 5-star, didn't get drafted. Were they underdeveloped, or did they just not pan out to their rating? I don't know. I don't know that answer. But that being said, I think it's just time. Let the results play out and let Mario have his season.
Yep.
And I just don't want to comment. And I'm not trying to be funny. You guys know I'm loose with it, right? But in this situation, I just think enough's been said. And we don't want to become like a gossip column, right? He's underachieved, in my opinion. Last year specifically. For some reason, everyone talks about the Georgia Tech. I can't get Middle Tennessee State out of my head. But I'm not going to live in the past, right? Let's live in the now. And the now is he's got a solid team. He spent a lot of money. And they're going to go as far as this defense carries them. Is this guy Heatherman going to be really good? I don't know, and you don't know. And no one else knows. But we're going to find out. And we're all going to find out at the same time. And I just think it's better that way. And let's just cheer on our team, man. I'm a Canes fan, diehard. You are, fan base, obviously. And, let's give this guy his shot, man. Give him his shot.
Yeah.
And if it don't work out, man, I'm going to have a lot to say.
Yeah. And
or I may have nothing to say.
Yeah, it speaks for itself,
And that's the truth. I don't want to talk about this guy anymore. He's our coach. We'll support him. Just go win. And you'll look past everything.
Absolutely. And I wanted to say something myself, and you didn't even know I was going to do this, but, I do read a lot of the comments, and we do look at everything. And, we have taken that backlash of, this negativity and, oh, Mike, too, is the instigator and whatever. And listen, I've never done this on the show. You guys see this? I'm as big as a nut job of a UM fan that, I don't, there's not many people out there.
Let me confirm that. This guy sleeps in fucking Warren Sapp pajamas.
I wouldn't go that crazy.
He sleeps in Warren Sapp pajamas. Not Warren Sapp's pajamas, but like pajamas with Warren Sapp's name on it.
Listen, I want nothing more than for this program to win a national championship. And if they ever did, I'd probably cry like a 6-year-old if they ever actually did win it. I am as diehard as it comes, but I've drank in the Kool-Aid for so many years as a kid growing up and through my teenage years, every year getting so excited and getting so disappointed because all you hear from the outlets growing up is, oh my God, everything's so good. Everything's so good. Even when we fired Randy and we get Al Golden. Oh, look what he did with Temple. What can he do with Miami? Then you fire him, you go Mark Richt.
He should have went to Temple before he came here.
But them saying, you get Mark Richt. Look what he did, taking Georgia all of these SEC championships. Then Manny. Well, Manny had a great defense. And this, now Mario. Oh my God, Mario. Every single year we keep getting disappointed. Now that I'm with you on this and I can't even blame some of the fans because they don't know what we hear. So I understand it from your guys' perspective. You guys don't hear what we hear all the time. We speak to all the former, we know what's really happening.
And this is like the mob. I try to get out and they just pull me back in. It's crazy. Do I go looking for this?
No.
Some guys are like, fuck him and this and that. Do you think I live and breathe this shit? Do I have some stuff going on?
Listen,
this is like phys ed for me.
We love this program. I just wanted to say that, I love the University of Miami. I don't want them to lose. I hope my prediction's wrong. I know I said 7-5. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we go 12-0. But from what I hear, it's not sounding this way. And I'm just trying to be honest with the fan base. We're trying to be honest, and I get it. Some of you guys still hate Nevin Shapiro, but we just hear it. We know what's going on. And Luke knows what's going on. And people hate Luke too, but he knows what's going on. And, sometimes the truth really does hurt. And that's all it is for us.
Those comments lead me into something else. Fan interaction, like this show's going to get better and better because the season's going to be here. So there's going to be a lot to talk about, and there's really going to be substance. We'll probably not be 30, 25, 30, 35. We'll probably be close to an hour show if the fan base can stomach it. And based on responses, they want more. So whatever our filming schedule is and other things going on. Any fans that want to come on this show, if you fucking hate my guts and want to spit in my face, minus spitting in my face, you're welcome to come on the show. You're welcome. Mario, you want to come on the show? Bring your D-Train buddy with you. You guys can sit right the fuck in.
Yeah.
I'm outside, man. I'm not dodging any smoke. You can answer for the fan base. I'll give the fans exactly what they want to know. Right to Mario Cristobal's face. Sitting right there. Put another chair in here. I'll drop it like it's... I promise you those other guys won't ask him what I'll ask them. I promise you they won't.
Yeah. Chances of him coming on are pretty slim, but, you know, we don't.
I'm just saying the offer, it's a standing invite.
Yeah.
Man. And I like Mario. And you know I do.
Yeah.
And you know the relation. And Mario would tell you that back when. He knows what it is. But I'm going to hold him accountable the same way fucking Randy Shannon had to be held accountable. Al Golden had to be accountable, even though he had to swallow my situation. Mark Richt, Larry whoever. And if the fans, anyone wants to come on this show, man, you just write us or DM us, or he deals with that. I don't even look at that shit. He'll read me comments and I'll respond if he wants to read them to me. But
yeah,
this is the guy that responds.
Yeah. So let's get into some positive things to wrap up here.
Yeah.
40.
I mean, I thought it was all positive.
No, it was. Yeah, it was.
We just had to have an air.
Yeah.
We had to have an air out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not jumping on. Listen, man. Let's just talk about how we get to the next level and let's win the ACC championship.
Absolutely.
Start there and get in the playoffs. ACC championship, get in the playoffs. Everything else, skip, miss it. I don't care. Hopefully we get Derek Cooper. If we don't, we don't. Right? Move on.
Tristan
we got guys.
Keys, yeah.
There'll be another guy coming in. It don't matter. These guys, we move. We stick and move.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
48 days. We're doing
Awesome.
this countdown.
Can't wait, man.
Less than 50 days. We
Can't
have
wait.
college football.
Can't wait. You guys will see me in the stadium. Believe me.
It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. So I did mention we were going to give something away for 1,000 subscribers. Most of you or some of you might not know, but Nevin has a docu-series that is in talks right now. It's called The Hustle.
That's just the docu-series. That is
Right.
not the movie.
Right, yep.
The
It's not
movie is a separate thing, and that is just specifically on, a little bit of my shenanigans.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we are going to pick a fan. Nevin's going to sign it, and you're going to have your own docu-series that hasn't even been released yet, signed by Nevin Shapiro. It's going to be out on every major platform, Netflix, everything.
There's no end in sight. My redemption tour has begun.
Absolutely. And the
And
real
there's
story.
nothing anyone can do about it.
The
Even
real
if I were
story.
to drop dead, the story is going to come out the way it's supposed to.
Yep.
This is not being written by the Miami Herald or the Miami Times or Billy Corbin or, who, by the way, I like, or Dan Lebitard and his cronies. And this is the real shit. Like, this is coming from, like, no one's ever heard me really speak. This will be it.
Yep. And the real story of what actually happened, not the
You know.
media twisting things.
Yeah, come on. You know what it is.
So I did have something to mention.
Oh, go.
We have multiple high school coaches and former players that are on our docket to be on our show before the season starts. Multiple.
There's some.
There's some really good guests. I'm just putting it out there, and I'm just
We
saying.
have to draw them out of a hat at this point.
They're coming, man. Coming. I know you guys like the high school route. We're going there. And obviously you like the former player route, and we're going there. So to give you guys both sides of the recruiting aspects, the NIL, everything, you're going to get it.
And the only reason why I'm not going to speak to current University of Miami players, which I can very easily, is because I don't want to put them in Mario's doghouse
Yeah.
for coming to speak to me. So I'm really respectful in that regard, and I don't want to bring any issues to any current guys, and let them work, man, and do what they're going to do.
Yep.
And look, man, we want them to kick ass and do well, and let's get out of the gate 5-0, because I think that really sets the tone. The first game, Notre Dame, let's just fucking handle business. And I really believe we will. I really, truly believe we will. I'm betting on the Miami crowd. I'm not even betting on the Hurricanes football team. I'm betting on the crowd. I'm betting on the crowd. Game 1.
Yep. It's going to be
I'm betting
going to be
on
nuts.
I'm betting on the crowd, man.
We're the only game in town because it's a Sunday night game. So the whole world's watching.
And if you guys see me out, man, like so many people do it now, like they're like, fuck, man, you're like a cool, man. Am I a cool dude, man? Fucking cool, man.
Yeah. Very relaxed, very
Chill,
laid back.
man. You know what I mean?
So again, guys, really appreciate it for the 1,000. You know, we're going to keep climbing, keep growing the channel. If you're not subscribed yet, click that subscribe button. And of course, as always, we'll catch you on the next one.